afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago White Sox. Stay tuned. White Sox baseball is next. Cy Young, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
In now is Nico Horner, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Milwaukee, the second baseman, Nico Horner.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
First pitch, 106.
A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Trevor Story steps in now as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Next up, Ryan Braun. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Evans will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
Next to stand in is Ken Griffey Jr., runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the AB now. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
2 out here and a runner at second. And Griffey swings right through this one, so it's 0-2 now to Junior.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. Pulled hard, but it's fouled down the first base side. 1-2. Here it is.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
He's set. The 3-2. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So Junior strikes for a 2-run shot, and the Brewers move out in front now 2-0.
And with one swing at a bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen.
Here comes Tino Martinez. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
3-0 now.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Next, it'll be Nicholas Castellanos. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Has a look, now the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Count is 2 balls and no strikes to the Brewers DH.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1 to 2-2 now.
Hey boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Martinez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Mark Pryor gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
And stepping in, Cedric Mullins. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
up for the White Sox, the center fielder, number 31.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And now pitch on the way. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Mullins is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. He tends to hit for both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you can tell he is just super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence. Sometimes it's you don't see many lefties, Matty. But bottom line is, 75% of the time there's a right-hander on the mound, and this guy finds barrel consistently.
The first baseman.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Cedric Mullins is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. Into the box now, Eddie Murray. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. And he fouls this one off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here's another 1-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And it's fouled away. Now another 2-2. And he chased one there as this is bounced to short. And there are two away now.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Frank Thomas.
Striding forward now is the DH, Frank Thomas, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. The pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
1-1 the count. 1-2 to Frank Thomas.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
2 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Rafael Devers the next to bat. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
Out in front of it, strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now. Fouled off. Here's another 0-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Hunter Renfroe. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. One ball and 2 strikes the count.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in a proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Pitch is away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Sometimes you get lucky in this game. I don't think pitch recognition-wise he would choose to swing at that exact pitch. But you know what? Sometimes result is the only thing that matters.
Into the box, Eric Haas, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And it's quickly 0-2. Renfroe, base runner at first with 1 out. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
Stepping in now, Nico Horner. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Comes set with the 0-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul.
Had to be sitting something hard right there because he gave up on that pitch, but it was right down the chute.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
No, that's down.
And he takes a strike 3 called on the screwball, and that's how the inning will end. Milwaukee leaves 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the rookie third baseman, Geraldo Salinas.
Geraldo.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0.
That's out.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
3-0 now. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Here's the 3-0.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Pulled toward right center field. Giving chase is Junior. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Salvador Perez.
1 out, base is empty. And up next, the former World Series hero, Salvador Perez. Now here's the first offering. And that misses for ball one. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Perez swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are empty, one man out. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And there's out number 2.
Batting fifth.
Stepping up is Brooks Robinson, trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the AB on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you've got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. Devers has it. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Trevor Story digs into the right side of the batter's box to kick off the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken up in the zone.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now.
That's a ball.
Misses, ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
To the plate now, Ryan Braun. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 on its way.
1-1.
Up high,
2-1
now. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's the second out. So 2 away in the Brewers half of the third. And here comes Junior.
He jumped all over breaking stuff last time up on that homer. So I got to believe in the back of his mind, he knows he's probably getting a fastball in during this sequence.
Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
A bouncer to the left side, but the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall, and he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Standing in now, Tino Martinez, and he fouls this one off. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. The high fastball is in there.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. We're back to Arizona and spring training baseball after this. Into the box, Lourdes Gurriel, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Outside, that's a ball.
Gurriel, a 27-year-old. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. The 1-0 home.
Hey!
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Hit on the ground out to short. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Dwight Evans, the batter now. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Correa, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball one.
A ball and 2 strikes.
I got to count
Stone
1 and 2.
cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
To 2 balls and
that's
2
out.
strikes now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
At the plate, Cedric Mullins. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. As the White Sox draw even, it's 2-2.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate now, Eddie Murray.
33.
He swings and grounds it to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. We played 3 full, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. John Smoltz will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 29, John Smoltz.
Stepping in once again is Nicholas Castellanos, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Maybe a little
1 ball,
jumpy
2 strikes,
there as he
count.
swings through the fastball. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo shot off the bat of Nick Castellanos. And the Brewers move out in front now, 3-2.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Here now is Rafael Devers. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Struck out in his first at-bat. Behind 0-2 now. And a swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
First pitch on the way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Gurriel is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Next to hit, Eric Haas comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Late that time for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Bounce towards the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Brewers get a run, and it comes here on the long ball. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and Milwaukee's taking a 3-2 lead. Dustin May, the right-hander standing 6'6", will take over pitching duties here.
Number 85, Dustin May.
Bottom of the inning now, and digging in is the veteran DH, Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas.
Here's the first pitch to him. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Junior will wait for this one. And he's got it for out number 1.
Up next is Chicago.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Geraldo Salinas. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. And that misses 1-1.
That's
And
ball
a
2.
front foot curveball here that misses down and
2
in
balls,
for ball
1
2.
strike.
Fouled away. The 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Next to dig in, Salvador Perez grounded out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him. The windup and the 0-1. Liner toward right center, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
So now to the plate, Brooks Robinson.
Count
As the
1-0.
first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Perez The runner at first with 2 gone. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1.
Ball, that's it.
Lourdes Gurriel would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-1. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Lourdes Gurriel.
So next to bat will be Lourdes Gurriel, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First offering on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. White Sox strand a couple. Still a 3-2 ball game. Zach Greinke, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 21, Zach Greinke.
Into the box, Nico Horner.
The second baseman, Nico.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here comes the 0-1.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Hit out towards second. Robinson is there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now that is
So 1 gone in the Milwaukee 5th. And in to hit next, shortstop Trevor Story. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke.
Yeah.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Up high. 2-1 now.
Couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting 1 in the seats.
3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And he fouls this one off. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
He's set, and the pitch. Ryan Braun comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. pitch outside the throw. And it's going to be in time as Perez fired a strike to get him that time.
Wow, that's a big-time throw right there, and it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag, but he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
So 1-1.
That's outside.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And it's fouled away.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And another foul ball. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Full count still. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. The next 3-2. Popped up. Murray in foul ground. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. None left for Milwaukee. They're up 3-2. Adbert Alzolay, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here.
Adbert Alzolay.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Carlos Correa, and they could use a spark from him here.
Carlos Correa.
First pitch on its way. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
2 strikes.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Again, a 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Now a ball hit towards Story at short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. And now White Evans. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And that's in there for strike 1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box now, Cedric Mullins. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0. On, he pops it up. Devers has got it, and that wraps up the inning. Jose Alvarado takes over to start the 6th inning on the
Now
mound.
pitching for the White Sox, number 46, Jose Alvarado.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ken Griffey Jr. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Now here's the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
High in the air out to center field. Mullins is there, and he'll bring this one in. Now to bat, Tino Martinez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
First delivery to him.
Nope. That's inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is a breaking ball in off the plate.
Ball 2.
Three 2's our score here in inning number 6. Line drive to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey guys, he doubled up on that breaking ball. The batter obviously timed the first one. Second one, he was not going to let go. Good wood on that one, able to drive it for a base hit.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0 delivery. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. Martinez stands at first with 1 out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. So now to the plate, Rafael Devers. Lifetime versus this pitcher. It's been a steady 5 for 9. From the belt, the pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Brewers strand 1, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Richard Blyer enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 35, Richard Blyer.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Eddie Murray. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the sixth.
The first baseman, Eddie Murray.
He's set. Here it comes.
Nope. Ball one.
Blyer has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself. And this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Here it comes. Hits this one hard the other way, and that is through into right field for a single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the
Now
count
back,
is. They're
the
looking to line them,
designated hitter.
drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here.
Come
Good
on.
two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Frank Thomas. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Ball one.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
3-1. And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Geraldo Salinas. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 1, if not both of them home. Now the relay home, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get. And boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy with that one.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Ball that's outside. Hey, 2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
In now, Brooks Robinson. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this is foul tipped at the plate right off the arm of the catcher behind the plate. Ouch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The next 1-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. He's got it. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 pitch, 2 outs. A pitcher's best friend to end the inning. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Jimmy Nelson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 40, Jimmy Nelson.
All set for the start of the inning, and standing in the outfielder, Hunter Renfroe. First pitch of the AB now. Windup and the 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. Hunter Renfroe leaves the yard with a solo shot as they take the lead 4-3.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
At the plate, Eric Haas.
Number 13.
As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Base is empty here with nobody out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1 pitch. Bounce towards the mound. And there's one away. Darren Ruff will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Brewers, number 33.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike one. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Fouled off. Again, another foul ball. The next 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
The 1-2.
I got the count. 2-2.
Three and 2 now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Christian Yelich will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. From the stretch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Yelich has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in the left fielder, Ryan Braun. From the stretch. A ball and no strikes.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Still 2-2. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And the payoff pitch. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Right about now, the manager's questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
Ken Griffey Jr. will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And he takes ball one.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Here's the 1-0.
2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-0 pitch.
Hey! 2 balls.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Here's the 2-1. Ruff at second. Braun on at first with 2 down. Hit sharply on the ground. Fielded by Robinson. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. But the Brewers tack on, courtesy of this solo home run. Get up and stretch. It's now a 4-3 Milwaukee lead. Christian Yelich will stay in the ball game as the new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 23, Christian Yelich.
Tom Henke will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Tom Henke.
Cesar Hernandez is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second. Last half of the 7th here, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
The left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Fastball laid off well below the knees. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
4-seam heater right down the middle. I would have thought he popped a clutch on that pitch.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Another try at 2-2. Popped him up. Hernandez onto the grass. He's there and records the first out.
The batter, number 1.
Digging in next, Carlos Correa. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And now the first pitch. Fouled away. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Nope. I got to count 1 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
In the air now, out to right field. Renfroe will wait on it. And there's the second out of the inning. Striding in is Dwight Evans. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Now here's the pitch.
Yeah.
The windup and the 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Number 67 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 67.
Digging in will be Tino Martinez. It was a base hit last time up.
The first baseman, Tino Martinez.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1, no strikes. Ball down.
Here he comes on 2-0. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one. Next, it'll be Nicholas Castellanos. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. A bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
Count is even 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses. Ball 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And the sinker runs too low here as he loses him. It's ball 4.
Now batting, the third baseman.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1 the count.
Comes set and the 0-1. Misses for ball 1. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Castellanos leads off first with 1 away. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
So now to the plate, Hunter Renfroe, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Now the 1-0. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Milwaukee leads 1, and it remains a 4-3 game. Dennis Eckersley is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 43, Dennis Eckersley.
Nick Madrigal will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Here's the first pitch to him. The pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff men on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Standing in now, Eddie Murray. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
No, that's down.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Michael Conforto come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Conforto.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
And he's no doubt searching for a ground ball here as this sinker dips below the knees. It's 1-0. 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Outside, 3-0 now. Geraldo Salinas is on deck. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Now batter, third baseman.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
George Springer will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning.
George Springer.
First pitch on its way.
Count
Off
1-0.
the plate and low here, ball 1. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Slider laid off for a ball.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
All even now, 2-2. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Dorn will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Ready with the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. A couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. More Cactus League action coming your way after this. Nick Madrigal will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 7.
George Springer is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now at third base, number 6, George.
Colin McHugh enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Roberto Perez is also into the ballgame as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next will be the speedy catcher, Eric Haas.
Number 13.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Slider, more of a slurve right there, but it's 1-2. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1-2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good, hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
At the plate now, Cesar Hernandez. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, shortstop, Christian Yelich.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hernandez, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back. Now the 1-0. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. He'll try again, 1-2.
Oh, that's okay.
Ball 2. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Now a throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home, and that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only 1 away.
The batter, the left fielder, Ryan.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that'll bring in the left fielder, Ryan Braun. He's set, and the pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
0-2, here it comes. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 1-2 pitch. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
And that's ball 3 now as it just misses below the zone.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set. The 3-2 down the left field line and deep, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Payoff pitch on its way. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone. A home run. Ken Griffey Jr. with the 3-run home run. His second of the game as it is now 7-3.
What a piece of clutch hitting. This team is holding on to a slim lead, and he blows this thing wide open with a 3-run blast. That could be the nail in the coffin.
Tommy Kingley takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
White Sox, number 54, Tommy Kingley. Now batting, the first baseman.
Stepping in now, Tino Martinez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. One and one the count to the Brewers' first baseman.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Wow, you want your stars to get their work in during spring training, but you don't want to see them get hit by a pitch. Looks like no damage done, though.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Nicholas Castellanos. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
0-1 count and the pitch.
1-1.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-1 waves and misses for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Whoa, he was swinging out of his shoes on that changeup. Must have looked real good coming in, but a different story once it got near the plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Robinson has it. Over to first, and that retires the side. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox. It's the Brewers 7 and the White Sox 3. Phil Maton gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 88, Phil Maton.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Brooks Robinson.
The second baseman, Brooks Robinson.
Now the first pitch.
That's a
And
ball.
that misses ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. 1-0 home. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Braun is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home ninth. Now to the plate here is Lourdes Gurriel. Flew out last time up. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Count 1-0.
One out, nobody on. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
Shot back up the middle. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, one of the things that makes it so tough to pitch is you consistently have to make good pitches. Even on 2-0, you just can't lay one right down the middle.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to nip a corner right there, but hats off, challenging 2-0 in a fastball count. He came and got some.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Set. Here's the 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
This is on the ground over to first. There's one. Out. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Now it'll be Dwight Evans. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch on its way. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, that's a huge set the tone pitch right there. To a great hitter, you do not want to fall behind 1-0 and have him sitting all over a fastball or guessing what you throw next. You get ahead 0-1, and now the count's in your favor, and you and your catcher can start doing some things.
And it's fouled away. Correa is off at first with 2 away. The White Sox down to their last strike. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. Milwaukee jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Richard Blyer is credited with the win. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Page